with Gorillawire TV. It's movies, music, comics, technology, games, relationships, taboo, paranormal, lifestyle, conspiracy theories, pop culture, humor, obscure. It's people sharing their thoughts, their insight, their opinions, and their voice.
This is Ginru, the Talking Gorilla. I'm welcoming you to the first annual New York City Anime Fest, and this lovely lady behind me is Sarah Angel. I'm chatting her up. I think I can hit the bases with her. I'm gonna cruise her a little bit. So, honey, tell me, are you into primates? Yes, no? She's the strong silent type. So from here, let's bring you on in to the first annual New York City Anime Fest. Well, here I am, Ginru the Talking Gorilla. I'm still wandering through the Domo Nation, and I happen across this gentleman here who represents us at J-List and Jbox.
Yep.
J-List and Jbox, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Peter.
Hello, how you doing?
Give us a little overview.
Basically, we're a company based in Japan. Back in the early days of the internet, 1996, we started a company basically that was made to sell just sort of any kind of fun thing from Japan, Japanese toys, Japanese DVDs, whatever. And so we kind of been, in internet years, that's quite a long time, to be around more than 10 years. And so now we're the official, we're the guys who do the Domo-kun t-shirts and Domo-kun hats. And it's just really been, I think we've been quite helpful in sort of bringing Domo-kun to the masses from back in the early days. So it's a lot of fun to be standing here next to these two beautiful Domo-kun booth babes. Mm-hmm. You have no idea how exciting it is.
Ladies, I'm warning you, it's mating season, so be careful now, all right? So give us a little overview of Jbox. It's the children's-oriented media.
Jbox is our PG site. J-List is our everything site. So basically, we have everything split into two different websites because we do carry some adult products, so that we keep that on the J-List site. And if you're surfing from work, you can go to the Jbox site, and hopefully everything will be fine.
Would you mind describing for the older customers out there some of the wares that you haul through J-List?
Basically, there's a huge cult of anything from Japan. The Japanese adult video actresses. There's something called PC dating sim games, which we've also been quite involved in. Basically, it's a game on your computer where you have to figure out how to get one of 8 different girls to fall in love with you. So it's actually a computer game about winning their love, and you get to sleep with them and stuff like that. Pretty wacky stuff. Wow. It can only come from Japan.
Only from Japan. Is it true that you guys carry Hello Kitty sex aids?
We do have the Hello Kitty vibrators. It's kind of one of the most legendary products that we've ever carried. We also have the It's quite a nice thing. It's called the Oppai ball. Oppai means boob in Japanese. So it's a water-filled rubber ball that's just a boob. And so you're feeling stressed out. You just don't know what you're going to do. You just softly squeeze the boob, and it takes away all your stress. It's one of those wacky things that we carry.
My day job is a very stressful job. I think I will be looking into
your desk, and then just when no one's around, just squeeze.
Yes. What are your recommended wares?
Right now, bento boxes are really popular. Our line of t-shirts is really big. We every month we come out a couple new designs. In addition to the Domo-kun t-shirts, we have our most popular shirt is "I'm looking for a Japanese girlfriend," written in Japanese, and that's just been a huge hit. Of course, you may know that Japanese women are pretty hot. There's a whole fascination with them. No offense. So basically, there's a lot of people who are very interested in Japanese women, and they can, it's just kind of a conversation starter. You never know where it'll take you. It's worked in a few of our customers' cases. They've sent in pictures of their Japanese girlfriend that they got. It's pretty cool. One thing that's interesting is a lot of companies watch us. A lot of the U.S. companies here. So I think we're quite a leader that whatever we carry, and we sort of prove that there's a market for it, then they've got it on their side a couple months later.
Like Domo, for instance.
Like Domo, yeah. We've sort of proven that there's demand for Domo, and then allowed them to say, okay, well, we should go ahead with this. So that's quite nice. We like doing that.
Can you tell us a little more about this ubiquitous character that's been cruising me for the past couple of minutes?
Domo-kun is basically the official mascot of NHK, which is Japan's version of the BBC. It's Japan's public broadcasting system. And so through a couple of different things on the internet and in some other places, he just like caught fire with people on the internet. There was a graphic. Have you seen the graphic online? There was a graphic that said, "Whenever you beep, God kills a kitten," and it had this graphic had Domo-kun in it, chasing a cat, and so that sort of was so popular and immediately made Domo-kun just a household name with everyone who lives online. And that was really, I don't know if the people in this who they want me saying this or not, but anyway, that was probably the most influential thing that got Domo-kun out there right away.
Peter, arigato.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir. WWE, ECW, Fight Club, amateurs compared to KAIJU Big Battle. With me now, I'm Ginru the Talking Gorilla, and with me now is KAIJU Big Battle's representative Mike. Mike, fill us in a little bit on KAIJU Big Battle.
KAIJU Big Battle, as you can see, is a conflict of epic proportions of good versus evil. Essentially, the commissioner of KAIJU Big Battle has set up a league so that the monster fighting is contained and the danger doesn't spill over and crush all this city you see around you.
So these are old school monsters from Monster Island. They're trying to keep things legitimate now.
Well, yeah, essentially we keep them legitimate. They're from the four corners of the earth and universe. Meanwhile, we also have the evil Dr. Cube, who creates mutants to fight in the ring, and he uses a growth belt to grow to certain sizes. Hell Monkey, he's the one-eyed demon from the dark side. He naturally uses satanic magic.
So where does KAIJU Big Battle, where do they congregate here in New York and state and all throughout the states?
Sure. Generally, we congregate all over. Sometimes it may not even be on Earth. Generally, for spectator shows, we just played a show in Brooklyn. You can see us in Philly, LA, Boston, Chicago, all around the United States.
Welcome back. I decided to skip up past Final Fantasies 1 to 6 to get right to Final Fantasy 7. Why? Of course, it's the one that premieres our favorite villain.
Sephiroth, sir.
And what, pray tell, are your abilities?
Basically, I can wield this sword like it's a piece of paper. I have the ability to summon Meteor, which is a pretty much earth-destroying.
Could you drop one on my director right now?
I do not have enough MP at the moment. I'm sorry.
I see you are the world-famed cyborg Darth Vader.
Yes, I am. Except I got thrown back in time, and this is the only thing I can use to cover up myself with. My burns and scabs that won't heal.
I have to say, this is a fashion do. This is an upgrade from your former. I mean, you got rid of that light bright box on your chest. It's really a step up. You're going old school. And with us today is April, the lovely April, representing Del Rey Valentine paperbacks. And it's the specifically Del Rey manga, am I correct? Could you give us a little background about how Del Rey got involved with manga in the first place?
Oh, it's interesting. Del Rey has been in existence for about 3.5 years. They started off with 4 very core titles, many of which are still some of our best-selling titles today. You may be familiar with Clamp. They're the mangaka team of 4 women. They're incredibly popular. We have their ex-holic titles. We also have Tsubasa, Negima. From there, we've kind of expanded. As you can see, we have brand new titles. Faust is one of our newer acquisitions. It's a literary anthology, so we're kind of branching out in that respect. We also have brand new original English manga coming out. Terry Brooks, who's a New York Times bestselling science fiction writer, has a manga coming out through us, or more specifically like a manga-style graphic novel. We've also worked with Chris Hart, who is the creator of the How to Draw Manga titles, and he's doing something for us as well called The Reform, along with this really talented Indonesian artist named Anzu. So we're kind of all over the board.
Hey, this is Ginru, the Talking Gorilla.
Hi, and this is Emily Lazar for Gorillawire.com. We're standing here with Timothy from Urbansake.com. Timothy, tell us a little bit about your site.
Well, I blog about sake, obviously, and my site focuses on where to find sake in New York City, and I report basically on my adventures drinking sake.
Favorite brand of sake? Do you have a favorite brand?
I do have a favorite brand, and people tell me that sake brand names are really hard to remember because they're in Japanese and some of the words are strange, but there's a brand called Wakatake. It sounds just like walkie-talkie, and and that's a great way to remember it, and it's really, really delicious.
I'll have to try that.
Yeah.
What's the flavor of it?
It's a very mild flavor with light hints of fruit. So it's similar to what you might find in a really, really good white wine, but it's got a bit of a different texture to it and a bit of more depth.
Thanks, you guys, for coming out to the 2007 New York Anime Conference here in New York City at the Jacob Javits Center. And we've had way too much sake, so we're going home.